Hi there, and welcome to Faith in 5, where we believe you can build your faith in just 5 minutes. I'm your host, Reggie Wilson, and I have another exciting episode for you. Today, we're going to be in Matthew 8. We're going to be talking about the centurion. And what's great about the centurion, this is where one of these centurions who had great faith had one of his servants that was in need. They were very sick. But he heard about Jesus. And he didn't take him, but he went to Jesus himself for help. And this is why I'm going to give you a little background about the story. Okay? Now it says, and it's entitled, The Faith of the Centurion. So this centurion, who's like a leader already, he's in charge of a group of soldiers. So he already has power and authority, but he goes to Jesus humbly and asks him for help for his servant. So he goes to Jesus and said, Jesus, my servant is sick and I need your help. Jesus responds to him, well, do you want me to go to him? And he says, no, Jesus, don't go to him. There's no need. You know, I have people that I'm in charge of as well. I tell one go and he goes. I tell one come and he comes. Whatever I ask him is going to be done. So he's also saying to Jesus, look, I know how it is to be in control. I know how it is to have that leadership role, that responsibility, and people respond to it. So he says to Jesus, just say the word and I know it will happen. The centurion right now says this, and Jesus says, wow, I am amazed at this faith. That he understands what faith is and the respect of that faith and the level of trust that this man had in Jesus. He knew if Jesus just said the word, that it will happen. Jesus goes on and tells the people, look, you know, some of you will come from the east, the west, and come, and y'all be thrown out, and I'll be weeping and the gnashing of teeth. Because he said, I have not seen anybody here with such faith as this centurion. And this is the focus scripture. So it picks up in Matthew 8, starting in verse 13. It says, and Jesus said to the centurion, go, let it be done just as you believed it would. And his servant was healed at that moment. So I love this because Jesus says, go, and it will be done not as I believe, but he says to the centurion, as you believed. And that's amazing because it goes to show you it's not the belief of Jesus. Jesus already believed. He's already faithful. He already loves us. But it's our belief in him. You see, that's what the centurion had. And then it says, at that very moment, his servant was healed. Wow. This is an amazing story of faith. You know, faith in God. You know, people talk about faith, oh, faith, faith, faith. But let me tell you something. It starts with belief. This centurion, I don't know the extent of his relationship with Jesus, but I know he heard about him. He heard about the things that was happening around him. He heard about the great victories that Jesus was providing for the people. And he went to him. And for some reason, he knew without a shadow of a doubt, Jesus would do it. Did you hear that? Without a shadow of a doubt. You see, the problem sometimes, I know with me, is not that I don't know Jesus can't do it. It's because I have that little shadow of a doubt. Do you ever have a shadow of a doubt? You say, yeah, I know he can do it, but you see, we got to eliminate those buts. You see, it's those buts that get us into trouble. We have to eliminate it. You know, we should turn it around and say, it's difficult, but I know Jesus can do it. I know my life is challenging now, but I know Jesus will get me through. This circumstances seem like so unbearable, but I know Jesus can fix it. And why? Just like the centurion said. The centurion believed. And when he believed, his servant was healed that very moment. Because Jesus said, it will happen just as you believed it would.